Behind me, this is the lovely World Horse Welfare Hercules, who I'm lucky enough to be the rehomer of. I entered him in the Faithful Friends category of the Rehomed Horse of the Year, which I was so proud he won, because he is the best friend any person could ever have, and was great getting me well again when I was recently ill. Not only was I incredibly proud and chuffed that he won that section, but he also went on to win Supreme Champion of the Rehomed Horse of the Year. So when I stopped crying and I was sensible enough to speak to people, I was very proud when I explained to my friends and family what he'd won. I have another horse, my halfling, called Dougal, and I had two other very old World Horse Welfare horses, and they unconnected unfortunately died in the same week. One had a heart attack and one had a tumour, and they unfortunately both had to be put down. Dougal does not do living on his own, so I went on the website and saw this horse that looked like a Frisian cow, and I sort of fell in love with it. What I know about his rescue, obviously details are limited because for legal reasons, he came from Kent and he got grass sickness and took up residence at Bristol Veterinary Hospital for quite a while, I think. And then he actually beat the odds with his 2% chance survival, and he did survive, and that's why they called him Hercules, because he's such a little fighter. That's why he got his name. And he went to Glenda Farm, and then they kept him for quite well, about 8 months after that. And then he came to me. He's been spoiled rotten ever since, as long as you look after his medical needs. Beginning of 2014, I got diagnosed with cancer. And obviously with various surgeries and treatments, yeah, I didn't ride for months because I wasn't up to it. And obviously having had breast cancer, had various surgery, I couldn't have a horse that would push me around. Yeah, I couldn't ride, but I just wanted to brush and play and love them because I was bored of sitting on my reclining chair. So I used to come out, and because I knew he wouldn't push or shove or do anything, and he must have known, well, of course he knew, he's a bright horse, and he never moved, never pulled. Usually he'll wander off and get bored and do something, but he'd just stand there for hours and let me do stuff and sit down on a chair and he wouldn't be on a plastic chair grooming him, and he just knew, because he wouldn't push, he wouldn't shove, he wouldn't rub his head, he would just stand there. I was desperate to ride, and Mum goes, well, there's only one pony you can get on, so poor Mum went back slightly more mature years than when I was 8 on the lead rein. So yeah, without him I probably wouldn't have had the strength to learn to get my muscles back, because you have no leg, because well, you spent 6 months in a reclining chair on taking various drugs, for want of a better word, and being cooked under an X-ray and various surgery, and you know, you haven't got the strength to do anything. And I wanted to ride, and there's no one else I trusted that would be safe enough to take me out. The bond is he's a special boy. That's why I was desperate for people to appreciate how lovely he is, and he deserves to be recognised, because he's just an amazing pony that people look at. He's not the world's most attractive pony, and I'll admit that. Even though I love him, he's not what you call your traditional attractive show pony, but he's the most amazing pony, and he deserves every piece of recognition that he can ever get, because he's given, like I said when I wrote in, he's had a lot given to him with vets and skills and grooms, but my God, does he give it back, and he will always give it back. He will never, ever let you down.